And I kind of feel sorry for whoever's coming in, because when you think about it, everybody is now talking about continuity and talking about how we are going to defend the title in the next 4 years. Hi guys, I'm Babsy. Oh, Babes the Sport. Thank you for joining me for another episode. And I greet you all in world champion status. Yes, honey. The Springboks have finally brought back the Webb Ellis Cup. 3-for-3, baby. We are currently tied with New Zealand with the most World Cup wins. Who's going to take the fourth one? That's another 4 years to go, so we ain't going to worry about it now. Talking about how the Springboks played so brilliantly in that final. Because in their World Cup campaign, I was a bit skeptical, hey? Because it just seemed like we were just playing to win. We were playing to get by. And in our first match, sure, we were beaten by New Zealand. And I honestly didn't mind losing to them in the opening match, because I had initially thought that it would be a Southern Hemisphere final, that we'll be meeting y'all in the final and we are going to wipe the floor with y'all. But instead, we wiped the floor with England. You know, looking at how we played in the playoff stages as well, against Japan and Wales. There, I was just taking a win for a win. It didn't matter how we played. But the way they played against England, all 23 of them were just so brilliant. It took me back to last year when we beat New Zealand in Christchurch. It was amazing to watch, and it was even more amazing to see them play the way they did in the World Cup final. We showed that it wasn't a fluke. You know, shout out to Henry Pollard. He definitely had his kicking boots on. Faf de Klerk, Bongimbonambi, Olukanyo Am, Mampimpi, Beast, kissed off. You know, Peter Steve de Toit. Guys, everyone played their best. Shout out to Cheslin Kobe for that winning trial that just sealed the deal with minutes to spare. So congratulations to the Springboks. You have made us immensely proud. I still get so emotional thinking about how we played, and it just gives me goosebumps. But going into coaching, Rassie Erasmus has paved the way. He has transformed rugby, and he has proper brought that togetherness. Now the incoming coach has really big shoes to fill, and I kind of feel sorry for whoever's coming in, because when you think about it, everybody is now talking about continuity and talking about how we are going to defend the title in the next 4 years. So there's a lot of pressure for the incoming coach. And in all honesty, at first I was thinking, it would be nice to eventually get Eddie Jones back, but this time as the head coach. But now that I think about it, we need to look within. You know, in the press conference yesterday, Rassie did mention that the big thing about it is how he already knew the South African system, how the South African rugby plays, and he knew how to, you know, handle the system. Because of that, he was able to see how he can better and go for that World Cup win. So I think we should go for someone who's already in the system, someone who understands South African rugby. And they shouldn't look too far. Go into the assistant coaches. Let's look back at when Sir Graham Henry stepped down as the New Zealand coach at the end of 2011 after winning the World Cup then. Steve Henson came in. He was Sir Graham Henry's assistant coach, and he came in and he kept that continuity, that consistency, and that foundation, and he continued building on the foundation that was already built by Graham Henry. In that sense, I would think that the assistant coaches that have been working with Rassie Erasmus to continue his vision, because technically, you know, Rassie isn't leaving us. He's just going to play a director role in Rugby South Africa. And he wants to continue filtering the transformation that he has started. And I don't think we should bring in someone new who's going to come with a different a vision for the Springboks. We already have a vision for them. We need someone who understands South Africa, who understands South African rugby and what sport means to South Africa, and the whole transformation element. And Rassie did mention something quite interesting yesterday, that it shouldn't just be at national level. And I've always gotten flack for saying that, you know what, when it comes to national level, I honestly don't care who's picked. The best players need to be picked. Transformation quotas need to start at grassroots levels. We need to start building and molding these players at an early age. Primary school, high school. There's varsity football, there's community football, there's so many elements of rugby that we can go into. And trying to choose the best players or trying to do the whole transformation thing at national level, it's too late. We need to start building it from the grassroots. So government, don't just call upon corporates. You need to start introducing these sports in school. Primary school, your public school system, everybody's always just focusing on soccer and netball. Let's bring rugby and cricket into it. So then by the time we get to national level, trust me, that whole transformation conversation will not matter, because all the best players, they will be a perfect balance. With that said, who do I think should be the coach? Jacques Nienaber. Yes, there's Matt Proudfoot as well, but because Jacques Nienaber has worked so closely with Rassie Erasmus over the years, I feel like he's the best person to continue executing the vision that Rassie has. And obviously he will still be working together with Rassie in that position that he will be in as director of South African rugby. So thinking about it, between Matt Proudfoot and Jacques Nienaber, I definitely go for Jacques Nienaber, but I wouldn't mind Matt Proudfoot. Anyone else, I think, will mess with our continuity and mess with the foundation that Rassie has already built. But that's just my 2 cents on that note. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to press that subscribe button, and I'm signing out. World champion, yo!